dead cells. I'm going to say it again because of my glitch. Hello guys, it's me, Rooster Chief. And today we are playing Dead Cells.
It has the benefit of actually having shot over time as well, so it's an extra added bonus to honestly a pretty good weapon to get you pretty far pretty early on in playing with Dead Cells. Or even earlier than that, you probably picked up the bow instead of the shield the first time you walked into Dead Cells. Because, let's be honest, having two weapons is a lot better than having just one, and a piece of wood to protect you that's sort of a shield. Hopefully, by now, if you've watched the other episodes of this tutorial series, you know you should be picking up the shield and really getting used to that. But a bow still serves its purpose. There are some really good ranged weapons within Dead Cells, and most of them will scale with tactics. With the exception of the crossbow game, everything else is going to scale with tactics if you pick up a ranged weapon. Now, one thing I would advise you, if you're going to be picking up the electric weapon, is to find a way to switch off before you get to the concierge or your first boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart. Got to it, run another shield.
Going to be very slow and tedious compared to other weapons. The main reason for this is there is no crit condition with a whip. You're doing just base damage every single time you attack, and while that's fine for biomes where chaining together your lightning towards
I got a lot of stuff. Not a lot, but I have definitely improved. Okay, I know on the football. If I am correct, it means I can run on walls.
One specific whip that you can pick up that builds with tactics is the Valmont whip. It has the benefit of having the tip of the whip to crit damage.
Okay, that's really good.
It takes a little bit of learning on exactly how far away to stand to do this crit damage, but it really does help you melt through enemies pretty quickly and can do a fair share of damage with bosses as well. Specifically with the concierge, this is a fun whip, because you can stand outside of the concierge's aura and still get crit damage on him. For my money though, when I'm going with the tactics build, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for a bow specifically with crit damage, or some type of a ranged damage over time weapon as my 1-2 punch. The second thing I'm looking for is my offhand with my skills, deployable traps, and grenades to actually do additional damage to kind of augment them. A nice thing about tactics builds is being able to toss either a grenade or a deployable trap onto a level above or below you, and really just stand back.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I mean, after all, if you're going tactics build, you're gonna have the least amount of HP. That's just how it works. But since you're trying to stay as far away from enemies as possible, that can actually be okay. You're not in straight distance, so you don't need as much HP. Now, if you don't have the quick bow yet, this is actually one that you can pick up from the starting area. Just check to the left a little bit. You might be able to find a blueprint. The quick bow is actually one of my favorites. It fires off really quickly. It is the quick bow after all. And the third arrow and beyond that's stuck in an enemy will crit. Now I'm sure as you're playing along you'll see things like lightning and ice shards, and firebrands, and flamethrower. All those are great as well. In fact, honestly, a really fun thing to do against the concierge or really any boss is bring in some electricity and some ice and some fire and just watch them melt. A tactics really has the capability of just wrecking some of the intermediary bosses.
I'm really good with them. I can use that.
As well. Now, if you're in love with your shields, you can still use shields. As I mentioned in the Italian episode, it's okay to pick up a shield that is not scaling for your build and just use that as a shield to get parries. Now, there is the parry shield that you can go after, which, if you want to know where that is, that's technically to the right of the double locked doors in Still Village, but you know, that's besides the point. I'll leave it to you to figure out exactly how to get there, or I'm sure you can look up other tutorials how to get there. I don't want to spoil everything for you though. The parry shield does scale with tactics, so that's a portion you can pick up if you're doing a tactics build. But honestly, you can pick up anything. If you've got a build that's built on ice, go ahead and pick up the ice shield. It won't do the damage you're looking for, but it will do the freeze in order to give you more of that frost for your other weapons to build on. So once you get through prisoners' quarters, you're going to be looking at mutations. And there actually are a fair amount of pretty decent tactics-based mutations depending upon what you're doing. If you're using a bow and arrow, and that's actually what you plan to use for your rear run, definitely think about taking additional ammo from the colorless mutations area. If you got the force in boss fight, you run out of arrows. There's obviously also the Ripper mutation you can grab if you're doing arrows and a melee weapon. Personally, I really like Predator if you have that unlocked. That allows you to be invisible for a little time after you kill an enemy. And also, things like networking, which allows any with arrows to be shared against any arrows.
Sheesh, I've done too lot of damage.
I tend to focus on one thing at a time, so that doesn't work as well for me. I have to play it really well with the network. There's a lot of great things that you can do, and of course, any of the colorless mutations as well are great for tactics build. The main thing to think about is you're not going to have a ton of mutations. So you want to do whatever you can to either slow enemies, give yourself more of a chance to get away or attack without being touched.
No, fuck off.
I wasn't really sure to bring it up.
Why? Whoa. I'm on 1 HP now.
And find yourself with an owl blueprint. That's it.
I really want to go against anything now. Oh, I literally just said I don't want to go against anything. What happens?
The owl goes on cooldown and goes away for a while. It's not too long of a cooldown, but it's still the fact that if you're relying upon the owl to do a lot of that damage, you have to make sure you're building the rest of your build not to get hit as much as possible. It's a fun building it's definitely something that's a little bit more tricky of a build to do if you want to go after that. Now, fortunately with tactics, both the root grenade and the wolf traps do scale with your build, so I would look for those as just a go-to, because there are a lot of things that will work better when your boss or your enemies are rooted. Well, that's about all the advice I can give you for a tactics build that I actually haven't mentioned in another video. Of course, always be looking for the affixes that you can re-roll, look for things that synergize within your build, look for weapons that work well together, use shield if you can, all of those things definitely still apply here. But hopefully this has helped you figure out what
I'm gonna try to shield instead actually.
Tactics build. This is the end of my How to Not Suck at Dead Cells series. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please do consider subscribing and leave me a like. That does help me out a lot. Our next series we're gonna look at the relatively
such a new experience and something completely different.
I think solo travelling is really important because it puts you in a situation where you have to go and talk to people, where you have to meet people.
It has changed my life. Traveling to Norway was a life-changing experience.
Scenery, breathtaking, epic. I think that's the best way I would describe it.
You are not used to see all different type of nature in the same landscape. I think you never really get used to this view, you know?
Yes.
Always something different.
Straight away, it's kind of like soulmates who want to go discover things together, which is lovely.
Today we will take a walk up to the side, and some parts of the track we have to use snowshoes.
Okay.
Have you done this before?
Absolutely not. First time. In a way, I wish someone fought. Hey, no! Let's do the deal. Oh yeah! Yes. Life goes too quick, and it's nice to discover new places, take time, and please.
To be able to step out and look at life in a different way, you need a second to just recharge.
It's true.
Bleak is 100.
It's Earth, but it's not our place.
I should go with a sword.
And when you live in big cities, sometimes you forget.
I hate the sword. I hate it.
And you are so little compared to.
brutality builds are about doing lots of damage really fast. That's part of actually what makes brutality is, for me, some of the most fun runs to do. You get to literally see enemies melt, and you actually get a really good feeling and really good synergistic build going with the dead cells. sacrifice a little bit of the HP gain you would have going with the survival build. You're not as much of a tank, but you are more of an actual weapon, or something that can set things on fire or cause enemies to bleed and cause them to actually die when you're moved on and not around anymore. Doing a brutality build, you want to be looking for things that allow you to maximize damage output as quickly as possible and damage over time as well. Out of the gate, you're not going to have all too many weapons at your disposal, but some of the melee weapons that you will have, you'll notice, are brutality scaling. And while they don't seem like they're that powerful compared to weapons you'll open up later in the game, some of the things like a blood sword or firebrands actually do really, really good with helping you on a brutality build because they got that damage over time. One thing to think about that you could pick up pretty early on is the blood sword, which causes bleeding just by swinging. Parry this with something that might synergize with enemies that are bleeding, and suddenly you've got a good combination of a weapon that's really easy to pick up and really any number of other equipments that are going on that are available to you as well. Doing bleed is great damage over time, just like fire would be, because it allows you to not only have your direct strikes, but also if you're within a crowd of lots of enemies, it allows you to hit one or two of them and leave them to die on their own when you take care of other enemies that may be trying to swarm you. Another way of running with something that you have pretty early on is fire build with an oil sword. Well, you don't technically need the oil sword. The oil sword will use crits for 10 seconds after striking an enemy that's on fire. You have a lot of things on fire. You have just a fire grenade and an oil sword. Use your fire grenade to strike the enemy, and then for 10 seconds you have that critical shot going on with the other enemies that you come across, or with the bosses as well.
I don't like this class, boys. I really just want a class when I can just go. I want a sword. I never have like a uni thing. Oh, someone joined. Hello.
With your oiled sword. Now, to be honest, every now and then,
Yay, someone's joined my party.
pull off some steam.
I'm not sure. Oh, that's small. Oh yeah, he left.
I'll grab some
Bye-bye.
firebrands and a torch, a fire grenade, literally anything that does fire.
If you hear anything in the background, that's just I'm watching YouTube.
Fucking fire and grenades, throwing firebrands around and setting everything on fire and running through and seeing how much dies without really having to pay attention. I'll go back through and mop up afterwards in the second round. But with significantly fewer enemies in the biome, it makes it a lot easier. It's actually a really, really good build for running through biomes pretty quickly. Something really nice about both bleed and fire is that bosses don't nerf themselves on them. If you have a fire build, you'll notice when you pull the set because the airs are tiny, or even anything on fire, and they will burn. Same with bleed, they will need a little bit more resistance to fire. It's nothing like the resistance that they get to frost. It's actually a very good strategy and something that's end game. I think my fastest timekeeper fight ever actually was using flamethrower where it can just sink timekeeper melt under that fire damage. It's a lot of fun. You don't have any options for range other than throwing the firebrands around, or maybe a throwing knife. But anything that's a direct, high direct damage output, you don't have a lot of bows that are at your disposal. However, you can pick up the infantry bow, which does a critical at short range. So pair an infantry bow with something like maybe a shield that you picked up, and you can get in close, you can still block and carry attacks, or the critical damage you need with the infantry bow. It's actually a very solid build, something to look at as well fairly early on in the game. Now, speaking of shields, there are not a lot of shields that are going to scale for brutality. You've got
I'm getting the stream here.
shield,